Hey everyone, sorry we were late. We ran into some technical issues. Good morning. My name is Kat. I am walking you through the demo today. And today we are catering to our international audience to learn about what Social Report is about and how you can use the tools that we have to effectively manage your social media profiles. So I'm gonna walk you through our features and show you how to use them. Okay. Now at the end of the demo, I'll be going through some questions that you can leave in our comment section. Okay. Now, Social Report is just a little bit of background. Social Report is an all-in-one social media management solution wherein we provide pretty much everything a social media manager needs. So from engagement to advanced scheduling, we also have some listening tools and some analytics and all of that. So our goal is to be your one-stop shop for everything social media related. Okay. Now, before I discuss the core features, let's go over the logistics first. Okay. Now, once you create an account with us, you will be prompted to create a project. Now, everything in our system is organized by projects. So essentially, I am currently in the My Business project. So in here, you'll get the option to create different projects if you have multiple clients. So if you're an agency and you handle several profiles or several brands, then this is a good way to separate them from one another. Okay. Now, when you create a project, all of your scheduling, profiles, and reporting are self-contained within the project, so it doesn't get mixed up with different clients. Okay. Now, once you create a project, the next step would be to connect the profiles. So you do that by clicking Connect Profiles over here. Okay. Now, as you can see, we have the usual suspects. We have Facebook, Google+, we also have Instagram, we have Thanks. Hey everyone, sorry for the delay. We really do apologize. We ran into some technical difficulties earlier, but it's all set now. So before we start, let me just give me a brief intro. My name is Kat. I am from Social Report, and today I'm gonna walk you through the platform. So we're catering now to our international audience, and I will walk you through the Social Report platform, and I'll be able to show you some tools that we have so you can effectively manage your social media accounts. So I'm going to walk you through our features, and if you have some questions, just feel free to put that in comments and we'll get to it later. Okay. Now, before we begin, Social Report is an all-in-one social media management solution wherein we provide pretty much everything a social media manager needs. So from engagement to advanced scheduling, listening, analytics, and all that. So we aim to be your one-stop shop for everything social media management related. Okay. Now, before I discuss the core features, I'm gonna walk you through with the logistics quickly. Now, everything in our system is organized by what we call projects. Okay. So once you create an account with us, you'll be prompted to create a project, which is essentially represented by clients. So if you are an agency and you manage so the social media profiles of multiple clients, then you will create one project per client. Okay, so when you create a project, all of your scheduling, profiles, and reporting are all self-contained within the project. Okay, so once you create a project, the next step would be to connect the profiles. So when you click Connect Profiles, as you can see here, we have the usual suspects. So we have Facebook, we have Instagram, we also have Twitter, but we also have a bunch of others too. For example, WordPress, MailChimp, if you use some email marketing tools. We also have Google Analytics. Okay, so some of the profiles here you may want to connect to publish content, while some of the others listed here is mainly intended for reporting. So at the end of the day, as you collect more data to your client, you'll begin to understand what your customers want to see in a report, and you'll have the ability to build a custom report that you can send to them. So having lots of data or having lots of profiles connected can become useful, so you can build your own template and provide a more thorough analysis for them. Okay? So once you've connected the profiles for this particular project, the next step would be to add users. So to do that, just go to Settings and then Users. Okay, now the users here, you can basically add anybody as a user. It can be your colleague, it can be like a freelancer that you have contracted to do certain things. It can also be a client, just in case they want to be a little hands-on in your social media management campaign. So to add a user, just click New User over here. So let me just like open one here to show you an example. Okay, so for this particular user, as you can see, you can set permissions for them. So permission is on a project-by-project basis, or you can apply it across all projects. Okay, so for example, you have a team member that needs to access to all of your client projects, so you can apply the permissions across all projects. Okay, so for example, in this case, this user has basically access to everything except the ability to publish posts. So every time this user creates a post, it will be subject for approval. So you can restrict every user access on what they can and cannot see on the platform as soon as they log in. Okay, so yeah, just quick recap. So you have projects, you have connected the profiles, and you have team members who access the projects. Okay, now as soon as you do all that, the system will begin collecting data, and you can certainly start scheduling or automate some tasks. But for the report, the data collection, it takes about 24 to 48 hours. before it's going to be completely loaded in our reports tab. Okay. Now, to start with the features, I'm going to walk you through reporting. Now, reporting is broken down into two sections. We have cross-channel and channel. Cross-channel over here is a combination of analytics from every network. Okay, so as you can see, it's like a side-by-side comparison across all the profiles connected to the project. Okay. The graphs are completely interactive. You can, like, for example, take out Google Analytics or take out Twitter, and it will be removed from the graph. Okay. You will also see here audience growth, like a side-by-side comparison to each one of them. So you can see which social profile has the most audience growth or which one is the fastest growing channel. Okay. Now, one of the interesting reports that we have under cross-channel report is what we call optimization. Now, optimization here shows you the days of the week and hours of the day when your networks are most active. So this is, if you're interested in looking to find out when are you getting the most engagement, then you may want to check out optimization. So here you will see that, for example, today is a Thursday. If you click on Thursday, it will show you like an hourly report on the engagement period over the last 3 months. Okay. Now, by the way, all the reports, all the graphs that you can see here are completely exportable via Excel or PDF. Okay, I'm gonna show that to you in a bit. Okay, so obviously each network has a lot of specific reports in it. So if you want to review each specific network in detail, then this is where you go to channel reports. Now, channel reports I'll show you the list of profiles that you have connected, and all you need to do is to just click one of that, and you will see here how your particular account is performing on Facebook. So here, for example, here on the right side, you will see the key stats where it shows you how the network is performing compared to the previous period. Okay. The red and green percentages over here shows you how your performance is measuring up for the previous period. So as you can see here, the date range by default is set to the last 30 days, but you can always change that to any period that you want. So for example, you change that to the last 7 days, then the red and green percentage over here is a comparison to the previous week or the previous 7 days. Okay. Now, yeah, so you will see here a bunch of other tabs that is specific to Facebook. So for example, if you're running some paid campaigns, you will see here a comparison between your paid versus organic. Okay. Let me just push that. There you go. So you see here page likes, impressions, and all that. Okay. So that's Facebook. If you want to check out Twitter, just go to Twitter over here. And the tabs that you will see on the left side will change because it really depends on the social profile that you have selected. Yeah. Now, if any of you uses Google Analytics, it's a really good idea to have that connected as well for reporting purposes. Okay, because if you connect Google Analytics, it will allow you to understand and show the impact your social media efforts are having on your website. So for example, if you visit social networks over here, it will show you the percentage of your new users as well as sessions between social visitors and non-social visitors. Okay, so for example here, average session duration is higher for social visitors. So when you present the report to your client, you can easily tell them that your social visitors spend 11 seconds longer than, or more than 15 seconds longer than your non-social visitors. Okay, So that's reports. Now I'm gonna move on to the next feature, which is social inbox. Oh, before I walk you through the social inbox, I forgot to mention the reports. So if you want to export everything that you see that I showed you a while ago, so you can have that exported either via Excel or PDF. So to export the PDF report, just go to Reports and then PDF. Okay, and then here you can create a custom report, or you can select from our preset templates that you can use. Okay. If you click Create Custom Report, it's gonna show you everything that is checked. So if you run it like that, it's gonna give you a comprehensive report that is which is a really big file if you want to do a thorough analysis of all your social profiles. But if you want to just see something specific, all you need to do is just select None, and you can filter the report by channel, by report, or by widget. Okay. You can save that as a template for future use, or you can copy it to other projects if you wanted to run the same template to other projects. Okay. So once you have selected the report that you want to use, you can also add in a cover page, which is like the first page of the PDF, like a cover page, which can contain your logo and the details of the report. Okay. And then for the delivery method, you can either download it now, you can have it saved in an external folder, or you can send it via email. So for the external folder, you can connect your Dropbox or Google Drive, and we will save the files there. Okay. So if you select email, all you need to do is just enter the recipient info, subject, and message. Now for the frequency of the report, you can either run it now if you need it today, you can run it at a later time, or you can schedule it at a recurring basis. So the good thing with the reports is that you can set it up once and they are automatically generated and sent to you or your clients, so you won't have to manually create it each and every time. So you can like select the frequency once a week or once a month, and you can just set up how many times you want the report to repeat. Okay. In addition to the PDF, you can also export the report via Excel file, just in case you need the raw data and you want to create a custom report on your own. So just select Excel report and just select which profile channel that you need, as well as the date, and then you can just click export, and it will show up here on the request history, ready for you to download. Okay, so that's report. Let me just check if you do have questions. None. Okay. Going back, now let's talk about the social inbox. Now, the inbox is the place where every activity across all connected profiles are found. So you can easily see everything that happened in your social profiles via our social inbox. Okay, so here you will see not just comments and reviews, but also new followers, new likes, everyone who direct messages you, if everyone who sends you a message in your Facebook inbox. So the good thing here is that you don't have to log in to each and every social profile, especially if you have like 10 profiles connected. So it's gonna be a bit of a hassle to log into each and every one of them just to check if someone sends you a message. So with social inbox, everything will be in one place, and all you need to do is to just go through them, or you can filter that. So you can set up a filter. For example, if you just want to see Facebook, you can just unselect everything and select Facebook only, and then you can save the filter and go back to it later. Okay, so this allows you to only see the things that you care about. So because at some point having a huge inbox can be a bit overwhelming. So if you want to just filter out the ones that matter to you, you can just set up a filter like that. Okay. Now, you can also assign tasks to team members. So if you click on it, for example, okay. So when you click on it, so with the social inbox, you can reply to it directly. You can like, so you can interact or engage with your audience directly within social reports instead of, again, instead of you having to log into each and every profile, you can do it all in here. Okay. You can also create a task for it just in case, for example, the comment is a support issue that needs to be taken care of. You can like create it as a task. You can like select support issue. Okay. If you guys use if you guys use a Zendesk tool, you can actually connect your Zendesk account, and it will automatically create a ticket. Okay, and then you can assign it to your team member, and just put a comment like "Please fix ASAP," and then you can assign it to your developer, and your developer will see that from their tasks menu, and they'll be able to resolve the issue immediately. Okay. All right. Now, as I've mentioned before, with social inbox, it can be a bit overwhelming in the sense that it's quite a lot. With all the notifications will come in here every day. Now, that's when you can set up a couple of automations so that you don't have to worry about some of the items that you find here. So, for example, if someone sends you a review and you want to automatically like that, you can set up a bunch of automations so that you won't have to manually do that. Okay? So when you click new automation, so you will see here a bunch of actions that you can automate within social report. So for example, for Facebook, you can like a review, and if you click continue, you can set up a minimum review rating, and we will avoid liking comments that are beyond 3, for example. Okay. With Instagram, you can like photos with the tag location, just in case you have you are running a restaurant, for example, and someone tags your restaurant. So you can we will automatically like pictures that tags your client. Okay. So yeah, so there are a bunch of things that you can do. All you need to do is just select that. So for example, delete comment, click continue. We will automatically delete the ones that contain profanity, but if you want to manually input some words, you can do that from here. Okay. As you can see, we have a bunch of actions that we have enabled before, and here are the total actions that we've done so far. Okay. So yeah, that's about it for social inbox and automations. Now let's move on to publishing. Now with publishing, I'm gonna take a look at the basic post composer first, and then later on I'm gonna show you some power features that enable you to syndicate content. Okay. Now when you schedule a post, it's pretty straightforward actually. Just click schedule a post over here. And once you click that, you can begin typing your message. So for example, test message. And if you are including an article or a link or a URL, just type it in. And when you add a URL, it will automatically show you a link preview at the bottom, which you can modify. This is especially useful if you are posting on Facebook, because Facebook is not allowing link preview modifications anymore. So with social report, you can still do that. Okay, so all you need to do is to click change image if you want to modify your image. So when you click that, it will direct you to the media library where you can access your existing images. You can also get photos from our image library from Pixabay, GIFs from Jiffy, or you can connect your external storage within your media library just in case you're keeping your files there. So you don't have to like upload it each and every time. So all you need to do is just connect that and you'll be able to access it directly. Okay. Now if you want to upload a picture, just click upload from disk and you have two options if you want to edit the picture or no need to edit. So just click image editor if you want to edit and then just select a photo. So if you select image editor, after uploading the image, it will automatically open the photo editor wherein you can edit the picture to your heart's content. So you can crop it. For example, if you're publishing on Instagram and you want it to be square, you can do that. Okay, just click apply. You can also add a watermark, for example. You can just add an image over here. User image. It will ask you to upload your logo and then you can drop it anywhere within the image. Okay. So yeah, so there are a bunch of filters as well. So you can add certain enhancements, effects that you can use. And you can also add some text. And you can like place it anywhere. So when you're done modifying the image that you want, just click save. And the image for the link preview will be replaced. You can also double click the title and the description to change that if you wish to. Once you're done modifying the link preview, you can select your target profile. For example, we'll post on Facebook. Okay, we'll post on Instagram. If you click, now once you've selected the target profile, so you can go ahead and publish it now if you want to, if you want it to go out immediately. But if you want to schedule it at a later time, you go to advanced options. If you click advanced options, you will be asked now on when you would like your post to be published. So if you select add to queue, it will be published based on your posting schedule. Now, a posting schedule is an additional feature within Social Report wherein you can set up certain time slots for the week on how you want your post to be distributed. So for example, if you go to publishing and go to posting schedule, okay, you'll see here the time slots that we have set up for the week. So this is Social Reports posting schedule. So here, as you can see, today is a Thursday, so we have 9 slots for the day. So we're pretty aggressive when it comes to publishing content on our end. So we want content to be published several times in a day, for example. So if you select add to queue in your post in here, it will be published in your in the closest available time based on your posting schedule. So for example, you are trying to schedule 10 posts right now and you want it scattered throughout the next 3 days, then you can just select add to queue and it will automatically be distributed with throughout your posting schedule. So it's a quick way of scheduling content without having to figure out what exact time do you want it to be published. Okay. Yeah, so that's the posting schedule. Now, in the event that, for example, you don't have any fresh content to share, for example, today is a Thursday and you know that you have several time slots for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, and you don't have any fresh content that you can share, then you can activate Evergreen Content so that we can fill in those vacant slots for you. Evergreen Content is basically content recycling. So let's go there. Now, if you have some content that you feel relevant even after a week or a month, then you can add them to your list of evergreen posts so that during those days or times that you don't have any fresh content to share, what's going to happen is that the system will pull from your library of evergreen content and fill in your available slot so that you still have a full posting schedule for the day. So the repeat is going to depend on how much fresh content that you post and how much evergreen posts you have in your calendar. In your library. Okay? So the way we recycle here, so for example, in our case, we have 78 evergreen posts. Okay? So what we do is we look at the last 10 posts that haven't been reposted from evergreen, and we will randomly pull one out from the last 10 posts, so it's going to be completely random. And then once we've shared that today, we will not share it again unless we have exhausted the rest of the evergreen posts. Okay. So yeah, so if you're looking, for example, if you want to build your evergreen content and you're not sure what to add in here, just go to recommend content. And we will basically look at the post that you have previously posted and pulls content that has performed well for you. So we will offer suggestions, and you can just make them evergreen, and they will be added to your library. Okay, so it's a pretty useful tool, especially if you want to maximize engagement for certain posts. Some posts that are not really time sensitive. So because if you publish something at 9 a.m., people who are online at the time can certainly see it, but what happens to people who check in at, say, 1 p.m.? So they already missed that particular post from you. So you may want to mark that as an evergreen so we can recycle that post and have a chance for other people to see it and read your article. Okay, so that's about it for add to queue. Now, other options, obviously, you can post it immediately. You can post it at a later time. You can post at a recurring basis, or you can use optimal time. Optimal time is some time suggestions based off the optimization report that I showed you guys earlier. So here we will show you some suggestions based off your engagement over the last 3 months. So it's gonna take some time to load. Just give me 1 moment. Okay, there you go. So here, so it's giving you some suggestions based on the optimization report. So in here you can choose which time you want to post it to. Okay, because these are some suggestions that has performed well in the past in your previous posts. Okay, so once you've selected which one you'd like the post to be scheduled or to be published, just go to next. And then here you will get the option to mark them as an evergreen, yes or no. And then here you'll be asked, do you want to add a link frame to it? Link frame is basically like adding a call to action on every link that you share. So I've seen link frames being used in a lot of ways, but the most common is when sharing third-party content. This the link frame is basically allowing you to stay engaged with your users even though they are reading a third-party article. So for example, this is a tweet that we had a couple of months ago. This is a third-party article from Mashable that if you click on it, you will get to the Mashable article. But at the very top, if you'll notice, there is a social report banner with a call to action asking you to start your trial. Okay, so this effectively gives you the ability to remain engaged with your followers even though the article that they're reading is not from social report. Okay, so you can add that. Now to create a link frame, just go to publishing and then go to link frames. You can create new, and then you can add your logo on the left side, change the background color, the button text. So it's pretty straightforward to set up. Okay, and the frame position over here, you can put the banner either at the top, at the bottom, or both. And then from the custom script, you can also add, for example, if you want to add some tracking codes, if you want to track the people clicking on the banner, so you can customize the JavaScript over here. Okay, so that's how you create a link frame. Now, once you add your link frame, it should show up from your drop down over here. Okay. If you're publishing on Facebook, you have the option to add a location. Also, from Facebook, you can add a call to action. You can add shop now, watch more, learn more, etc. If you're publishing multiple images on Facebook, you also get the option to post either as multiple images or as carousel. Okay. If you're publishing on Instagram, you can add an additional comment that will be automatically posted as soon as you publish it. Okay. Some customers do this if they want to add the hashtags as a separate from the actual post description. So you can do that in here as well. Okay, next. And then here we also have the advanced audience targeting. So it works the same as the organic targeting options on Facebook. Okay, it basically gives you the ability to organically target your post towards a specific segment. So if you want to increase, for example, the chances of people seeing your post in their newsfeed, you can use organic targeting. So you can target a certain country, a certain interest. It's really up to you. So once you've done all that, just click schedule and it will be added to your publishing calendar. So this is your calendar, which will show you the scheduled posts and any upcoming ones. Okay. So yeah, so that's the basic way of publishing content or scheduling content via Social Report. Now, I'm now going to walk you through the power features that enable you to curate and syndicate third-party content directly from the system. Now, the first is bulk scheduler. Let me just Now, bulk scheduler is a way for you to create a lot of content at once. Okay. This content can come from a spreadsheet, for an Excel file. You can connect a Facebook page or a social profile. Or you can add in an RSS feed. If you have the RSS feed URL, you can just type it in and we will pull the recent posts from that website. If you don't have any and you're just looking for ideas on what to post, for example, you're running out of ideas but you still want your posting schedule to be full, all you need to do is just type in a keyword. So for example, your client is a fitness brand, so just type in fitness and it will show you a list of websites or blogs that offer fitness related articles. So for example, let's go with Huffington Post. Click continue. Okay, and then once you click continue, it will now show you the latest feed posts from that website that is related to fitness. Now, from here, you can review each and every post. You can click the X button here to delete that. For example, this particular article is not appropriate for your account. You can just remove that. So you can just review which ones you want to schedule. You can also click on each one of them. If you want to customize it, you want to change to your picture, you can add some hashtags for Twitter. You can modify you can add the location, you can add the link frame. Since this is a third-party post, you may want to add a link frame to it. So you can continue doing that and curate them one by one until you're ready to schedule. So when you're done, you can just either click schedule and it will be added to the queue, or you can save it as a draft and you can review it later. Okay. So the goal of Bulk Scheduler is that it's an effective way of finding third-party content from different blogs and schedule it without having to leave the system. So because we've seen some people or some social media managers like going on Google and typing and finding third-party articles that might be related to their client. So instead of doing that separately, you can do all that within Social Report. All you need to do is just type in a keyword and it will present you with options that you can use to schedule in your social profiles. Okay. So that's Bulk Scheduler. Now, just in case you want to syndicate third-party content like on a daily, ongoing basis, all you need to do is use content syndication. Content syndication is basically finding content in the web like an RSS feed and automatically scheduling it to share on your social channel. Okay, so if all you need to do is just find content, you can connect a Facebook page, you can connect an RSS feed again, so you can just go ahead and type it in. So let's try fitness again. Okay, so you can select, you can add up to 10 sources at a time. And once you've added that, you will now have an option to require approval, yes or no. So if you select yes, every time there's a new article from this particular blog, we will notify you so you can review and approve it if you want to schedule it in your own social profiles. Okay. If you hit no, we will automatically publish it based on your posting schedule or based on what you've selected. So once you have selected the website that you want to syndicate, select the target profiles again. For example, let's do Facebook and Twitter. You go to advanced options, and here you'll have the option on when you'd like the content to be published. You can publish it as soon as content is found. You can save it as a draft. You can publish it based on your posting schedule, or you can build your own posting schedule specifically for syndicated content. Okay, when you go to next, here you can customize your post a little bit more by adding some text before or after the post. So for example, you can add in fitness alert in the beginning, or you can add some hashtags at the end. So this way you will be able to customize it, and every time there's a new post from your syndicated blog, it's gonna be a little more customized as compared to just copy pasted it from a different source. You can also filter the results even further by adding in some keywords. So for example, you only want certain articles that mentions yoga in it. So you can type in the word yoga, and we will only provide you with results that mentions yoga in the article. And then you can also exclude some words. For example, Zumba. Any mentions of Zumba will be excluded from the results. Okay, you also can add a call to action for Facebook. Since this is you're syndicating third-party content, you may want to add a link frame to it. Next. Once again, the advanced audience targeting options will show up here, and you can set it up if you want to. It's completely optional, but it's there if you want to use it. Once you're done, just click save, and the system will continuously find content for you from that RSS feed on a daily, ongoing basis until you stop it or remove it manually. Okay. Any questions so far? Let me just look at it. Okay, all good. All right. So yeah, so that's publishing. Now, I want to quickly tackle about content groups. Earlier, when I click bulk scheduler, it shows you it prompts us to select a content group. Now, content group is a way for us to categorize content. So chances are you might be already using content groups in a different context, at least mentally. But this is just a way of actually applying it for an added layer of reporting. For example, with social report, we categorize all our content into several categories. So we have blogs, infographics, news reports, service updates, etc. So every time we publish a content, it falls to either one of these categories. So it's useful for us because we want to know, at the end of the day, we want to know which type of post is giving us the better engagement to our audience. Okay, so all you need to do is just select it. If it's not yet there, you have the option to create it. Once you, if you want to review the performance of your content groups, just go to Content Performance, and you'll see here how many posts for that you have for that particular group, how many clicks, engagements, etc. Okay. You can also color code the groups to different colors so that when you go to calendar, you can easily see which group a post belongs to. So for example, all the green ones are blogs. Okay. So if you want to quickly see how many you've been posting for that particular category, it's pretty easy to detect, especially if you're seeing all green, for example. Okay. Now, with the content groups, do note that it's completely optional. You can still bypass that by just clicking schedule a post, and you won't be asked to to add in a content group. But if you do want to use it, just go to publishing and then schedule a post. So you can do it from here, and from here it will ask you to select a content group. Okay. While we're on here, I wanted to quickly talk about extensions as well. If you guys use Mozilla Firefox, Google Chrome, I highly recommend you installing the Chrome extension so that it's going to be faster, just in case you are reading a third-party article, for example. So for example, if you are reading a certain item, so let me just let's try that. So you happen to come across a really cool article that you want to schedule or you want to post in your social media profile. So instead of you logging into Social Report and scheduling it manually, all you need to do is just select your Chrome extension, and you can type select in the project, select the content group, and you can automatically schedule it. So you don't have to log into Social Report to do all that. So it's a quick way of scheduling content, especially if you're in the zone and if you're reading a really good article, so you can just use that extension to make things faster. Okay. So yeah, so that's Google Chrome. Now, the last one that I want to talk about before we end the demo is the search agents. Search agents is a way for you to track certain hashtags, mentions, or keywords anywhere in the social space. So, for example, let's try to check out the one that's already on here. For example, here. Let's not use that. This one is better. Okay. So, this is an example of search agents. So here you will see the keywords that we're tracking or the hashtags that we're tracking. Under performance, you will see the search results timeline, the amount of people mentioning the keywords that you're tracking. You can also check out frequency and reach, and then results by channel, by audience size, and some demographic info. If you go to search results over here, you will see the actual people mentioning the keyword. Okay. If you click on it, it will be directed on that particular page. Okay. You can have it retweeted. You can publish it as your own. You can schedule and publish it in your own profile. You can share it with your team members, or you can translate it if it's a foreign language. You can also filter that by country if you're looking, if you're tracking the keyword or the hashtag in certain countries. You can also filter it by social profile or by additional keywords. If you go to influencers, you will see here a list of people by the most popular and the people who have been using it the most. So this particular list is especially useful if you're looking for brand ambassadors, for example. So you can take advantage of this list. Okay. To create a search agent, all you need to do is just click search and then new agent. And here you'll be asked, where would you like to search? So there are three ways to search. First is everywhere. So if you select that, we'll basically search anywhere where we can access publicly available data. So that includes Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Google+, or Pinterest. If you select only my network, we will only look at the profiles that are connected to the specific project. So if you want to monitor your own Facebook page, for example, for certain comments or keywords, you can do that. RSS is used if you want to search in a specific RSS feed. So we will pull any blogs or any results that matches the keywords. Okay. And then from here, this is where you'll type in the keywords that you want to track. So if you want, if you select any, so for example, let's type in yoga and fitness. So if you select any keywords, we will provide you results that matches either yoga or fitness. If you select all, for example, a certain tweet would have to contain both yoga and fitness for us to be able to include it in the results. So it becomes narrower. You can also exclude certain words, so just type in Zumba. So we will automatically remove from the results any keywords that has that word. And you can, of course, you can have the email, you can have the search results emailed to you or any of the users within the project. Also, just like in reports, you can have it exported via Excel or PDF. Okay, that's actually about it. So, just so you know, that's the basic walkthrough of Social Report. My goal is just to introduce you the tool. This is more of a high-level overview, but I encourage you guys to sign up for the trial so you can check it out yourself and test it out. Let me just check if do you guys have some questions? Anything that is a bit confusing that I can walk you through? None? Okay, well, if that's about it, then yeah, I encourage you guys to sign up for the trial so you can check out Social Report. If you have any questions after this demo that you weren't able to discuss, just feel free to email us. You can reach out to us via info@socialreport.com, and we'll be able to respond to any issues or any questions that you may have. Okay? Thanks everyone for attending the demo, and again, we apologize for the technical difficulties we had earlier. So that's why we went a little overtime today. So thank you again, and you have a good day. Bye.